Good afternoon, everybody. We'd like to welcome you all out to our big announcement. We're thrilled to be here this afternoon on this beautiful afternoon in Provo. I can't think of a better place or a other place I'd rather be than right here with these people. I just can't tell you how excited I am. When I became mayor, people would always ask me, what has been your biggest surprise about becoming mayor? And I always say the legal. Provo is tied up in so many lawsuits. Well, today we put one of those legal messes to bed. In fact, it's better than that. We have some good news, sort of beauty of ashes. First off, I'm pleased to announce that the parking lawsuit is being dismissed. The eminent domain action filed by the county is also being dismissed. But working together, we have been able to negotiate not just an end to the legal battles, but also some good news. I'm pleased to announce a new development right here in downtown Provo. We're going to have new office buildings, more public parking, and housing that we hope will be attractive to many people, including our young single professionals, all within 2 blocks of where we're standing right now. I want to thank the good people from PEG Development for their work on this, and I want to especially thank the county commissioners, Commissioner Ivy and Commissioner Lee. Today is a day to celebrate cooperation and win-win in thinking. Starting today, we're going to be spending less time and money on legal battles and focus instead on this great opportunity to see something beneficial come to life in Provo. I'll now turn some time to Commissioner Ivy.
Truly grateful for the opportunity to be here. It's a momentous occasion anytime that you can bring conflict to resolution. Very, very grateful for the efforts of Provo City and PEG Development to come to the table and have good discussions that have truly led to a win-win opportunity for everyone. Most importantly, a win for the citizens of Utah County. When I was a young apprentice trainer, one of my favorites was a guy named Bob Avila. He's a renowned world champion, and we were talking about a particular horse I had a problem with, and he said, you know, when you get in a fight, a lot of times the best thing to do is to get off the horse, grab a cigarette, and think about it for a while. And I never really followed the grab a cigarette part, but the principle is true. Sometimes you have to step away from the fight a little bit, look at the bigger picture, and then come back with solutions. And we had a wonderful opportunity with Mayor Kafusi coming in to kind of get off of that fight, to look at the bigger solutions here and find something that worked for everyone. And we sat down around the negotiating table and we did just that. We found solutions that create wins for the county, for the city, and for PEG Development. Behind us, you're going to see an amazing parking structure that will serve the interests of the convention center so that we can host bigger and better conventions, so that we can continue to have this convention center be an economic engine for not only Provo, but for Utah County. That we can use the tourism and tax dollars that it creates to bring more tourism and more opportunities to the local businesses so that our restaurants stay full. But most importantly, we're going to see an continuing expanse of business opportunities as we develop office space and additional retail space in Provo, making sure that the tax dollars stay here locally and that we continue to win and succeed as a community, helping keep the tax burden low on our citizens while making sure we spread it out evenly. This is truly a momentous occasion because it shows that the American system of government works when your elected officials are willing to step back from the fight and come together for solutions, and that's exactly what we've done today, and we're here today to celebrate that. To celebrate the fact that when we work together as elected officials, as municipalities, as local government officials, that we can truly create better outcomes for the citizens than we had originally anticipated. And that's happened because of cooperation from all, and that's the way we do business here in Utah County and the way we do business here in Utah. I want to express my, again, deep gratitude to the council, to the mayor, to my fellow commissioners, and to PEG and the professional manner in which they approach this, and the fact that I don't have to vote on eminent domain because that was something I didn't want to have to do in the first place. And we got away from that, and that's fantastic. and truly grateful for that opportunity. And with that, I'll turn some time to my fellow commissioner, Commissioner Lee, for his remarks.
Well, I count this as a celebration day for us not just as citizens in Provo and Utah County, but for us in general, as we look at what we can do here in this area, and as we come together, and as we do come together, that we can accomplish and tackle hard things, even with differences of opinion. What I would like to kind of point out, and maybe give a little bit of advice. Hopefully, as you look down through the term sheets that we have on this, please don't look at it in the sense of who won or who lost, or who got what and who didn't get what. Because overall, what we got together in working through this is the opportunity for this establishment here, the convention center, to be viable and continue to go forward, and addressed with Provo some of the concerns that they had too, and also with PEG Development as they're building in a wonderful building here. They're going to continue. There's a lot going on downtown Provo. It's the heart of Utah County for us. It's the engine that drives us, and I'm so thankful for a mayor that will be able to sit down with us, talk with us, converse, go back and forth. That is the beauty of our government. If we can allow for the beauty of our government to have that dialogue and move forward, I know we can do it. Isaac, I applaud Isaac. He was in our meeting, and he says, you know, a lot of times we'll have these little breaks and we'll talk for a while and then we break. And then all of a sudden we get nervous and we come back and we break, you know, we meet again and then break. But he says, look, maybe we should just sit here until we get it all worked out. He says that over and over, and I think that there's a lot of wisdom in doing things like that, where we just sit down, work through it, and come to conclusions that are beneficial. This is a win-win for all that are involved. And as we see our county grow, because it's going to grow tremendous amounts of people are coming this way, businesses want to be here, the infrastructure that we have in place and that we have to still put in place, we're going to have these natural little conflicts that bump up against each other. But I think we can hold this up as a model of finding common good and common grounds so that we can come to solutions. Because solutions is what we need in this county. We don't need always the hit in the heads. And so with that, again, a great day, a celebration day for us, a celebration day for the citizens here, that we can move forward and go in the right direction. I think Cameron, he's going to speak next.
Well, I want to commend the commission and the city for getting this agreement put together and be able to set differences aside. Now let's talk about the fun stuff. That may have been fun for them. The fun stuff is what we're doing next. And they paved the way for us to continue to build and develop downtown Provo. PEG Development has a lot of interest in this community, has continued to put investment dollars here with the new renovation, or the continued renovation, hopefully the last bit of renovation of the Marriott behind us. The new apartments over across from the LDS Temple, and the building you see behind us to the corner that Commissioner Lee mentioned, the Hyatt Place Hotel, which will open in June. And then the big, I guess the bookend of this, or maybe it's the middle of the book, I guess, is the development we're talking about on the rest of the two blocks, with including a third block where the laser tag building is now. It paves the way for us to build a parking structure to accommodate the parking for the convention center, the Hyatt Hotel, a new office building that PEG will be a new tenant in, with a couple other tenants that we have that we've been talking to. And then as a second phase, another office building with additional parking to help supply parking for the rest of the development on the rest of that block. We really want this to be a gathering place for the community. We want to create pedestrian-friendly courtyards, be able to have the streets that will be able to have pedestrians walk down. So we'll spend a significant amount of time working with the city and all the other stakeholders that are involved in the downtown to try to make this a community place that people want to come to. to help improve the downtown Provo and help increase the tax base to improve some of the other needs in downtown Provo. If you look at the middle site plan, I think it's the middle one, right? It kind of gives you an idea of what we're talking about. You'll see the existing court building that's there, and then you'll see, I guess this isn't on the plan, the new one, but next to the court building is the Hyatt Place. Behind that will be the office building. It'll be 60,000 square feet, and then we'll have the parking structure will be to the east of that on that same block, and then as you cross 2nd North, we'll have another office building with a parking structure with some additional housing. What you don't see on this plan is what we have on the block on 1st West and between 2nd and 3rd North. It was a property we also own that will develop into some mixed use as well that will tie into this very well. So we appreciate Mayor and County Commissioners for getting this done, working with us as well to get it done. And we look forward to future opportunities here in Provo. I think Gary wanted to say a few words from the council, and we appreciate Gary. He's been a big support of us and what we're doing here, and I think he's fair on both sides. So thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Cameron, Mayor, Commissioners. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to look at this. This is something this is something that the council has been kept up to date on, but we have not seen the final agreements, and we are really looking forward to this. This agreement, of course, will need to be approved by the council, and they'll look forward to the opportunity of looking at that and hopefully passing it. I appreciate all that has been done here with this. This has been something, as a city, I know that we do have an obligation to this building and to the parking area around it, and this is an opportunity that we have to take care of that obligation in a wonderful way. I'm looking forward to the new development. I'm a lifelong resident of Provo. I used to buy my Levi's getting ready for school in the old Sears building, and so I know a lot about that place, and I'm looking forward to the development and the growth of Provo. There's so many wonderful things that are going on in Provo, and this is a big step towards it. I am so grateful for the willingness for people to sit down together and to talk and to come to conclusions that will bless this community. What a wonderful place to live, what wonderful people that live here, and people that are really trying to do what is best for Provo. Look forward to seeing the final agreement with my companions here on the City Council. This is a great opportunity for Provo. Thank you for all that you've done.
So Commissioner Ivey and I will take questions if anybody has it, or if you don't. Question, go ahead.
How many spots in the parking garage are going to get designated for the convention center, or are
So there'll be 350 dedicated spots for the convention center. So
how many?
that's a good question.
Peg, what's the total?
There'll be, the one structure will be about 670 stalls, and then the second will be roughly the same in the second phase.
What's the timeline on this whole development?
Well, we're hoping to have within 18 months the first structure built. So, and then the whole development, if I remember right, is a couple-year project. That's it.
Any other questions?
Boy, you're easy today, Katie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out. We appreciate
Yeah.
it. That's great.
Hey, Bill, why don't you
Thanks, guys.
jump up and-
Well done.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes. Will you do a picture for us?